This is how we took over 100,000 people from $100 in their sports betting bankroll to over $100,000 using the PlayerProps.ai app and strict bankroll management. Now, if you don't believe me, let's just take a look back to one of the many steps along the way to this great financial success story. Check it out. Hey guys, it's me, Travis, with PlayerProps.ai. This is what we're locking in today as part of our $100 to $100,000 challenge. We are on quite a roll. We have 4 consecutive days of profitability on this challenge. We crushed it yesterday. We had every single play we dropped on this show, on this episode yesterday for day, was yesterday day 8? No, yesterday was day 9. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, I think today's day 10. But yeah, we hit every single play on the show yesterday, and then we hit every single play that wasn't voided on the show the day before. It's one nice little roll here. There's only one WNBA game today, so of course we're gonna be focused on MLB. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Make sure you do the bare minimum. You need to subscribe to this channel and turn notifications on. You need to create your own free PlayerProps.ai account and get into the Discord, and then sync those 2 accounts together to open up your Discord channels. You'll see more information in the free access channel on Discord. I'll tell you how to do that. But yeah, we're just going to go right into it here. I just want to make a note that the New York Liberty avenged their Commissioner's Cup loss last night. They beat the Lynx, and we have, I say we, fanship. The Liberty now have the best starting record in franchise history. And if you guys don't remember my $500,000 futures parlay ticket, I have 5 teams to win the championship on this ticket. I posted it in Discord a million times, posted it on the YouTube channel a million times. But we hit Boston Celtics, we hit the Florida Panthers, and we have the next 2 up out of the 5 is the Liberty, best record in the league, and then the Cleveland Guardians, best record in their league as well, in the American League. So things are looking pretty good. And the last one, of course, is the Dolphins, who have the best future odds for any playoff team. So $500,000 if all those things hit. And the next 2 are looking pretty good so far. Anywho, this is what we're playing today. Something I do want to make a note of. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but for those who are new to betting and the odds, right off the bat, this Davis Daniel guy, right? You're looking at him, you're like, oh man, he's got like a massive projection. His difference is really high. It's 45%, and this is great. This, just because there's a minus symbol, does not mean he's favored. Because there's a lot of times the sportsbook will have like minus 115 and like minus 105 the other side. So how to quickly check that is up here in the top right where it says over under. You can click under. So what is this guy? Angels. So we'll go to that game specifically. So this is where we're at. So I'll click the under. So this is showing over odds. This will show as under odds. So look, you can see he's actually favored to go under. So even though it's a minus symbol for the over, the sportsbooks are essentially favoring the under, because right now the sportsbooks give him a 51% implied chance, but on his under they give him a 54%. So the sportsbooks are actually favoring the under, which means he's not necessarily a trifecta play. That's something to pay attention to. When you it pretty much, if it's less than minus 110 and less, so like minus 110, minus 109. Minus 110 is pretty much a coin flip. Both sides will be minus 110, but if it's like minus 109, chances are the other side's more favored. But yeah, so anyway, let's see what we're gonna here. So I really like this stuff, except for them favoring the under. But I mean, he's only pitched 4 times this season. Getting 8 against the Detroit Tigers isn't anything to pat yourself on the back for. But again, he's versus Oakland, and he only had 2 against Oakland here. So I feel like this is a trap. We're not going to fall for it. Hop, skip, and a jump right here to Mr. Eric. Eric, a nice percentage difference again. The sportsbooks are definitely favoring the over, 61%. Pretty much if this has like 60 plus, that's a pretty nice over there. So 61% over, full 1.0 strikeout difference between the line and the projection. We'll click on him real quick here. Looks like he barely missed against the Tigers, but he's done pretty well in every other game. Toronto doesn't really strike out that much. And then Cleveland, his last time versus Cleveland only had 3, but it looks like he's gotten pretty good here since this game. This Cleveland game was back in May. So yeah, even though, yes, he hooked, I really like what he's done since. So I think we might be targeting him as our first trifecta play here. Going one more down, we see Ryan versing Kansas City, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to triple check Kansas City here. So they are the 3rd least strikeoutiest team of the season. And over the course of the last 3 games, they are number 5. So yeah, don't strike out too much. Going to pass on that one. Toronto on the season is the 4th least strikeoutiest team. However, they're in the top half over the course of the last 3 games. And they struck out 10 times in their last game. So, over the course of the season, they've done great. Recently, not too great. But it's not a full trifecta because he's 0.05 away from being 1.0 higher here. But I don't hate it. Toronto has been striking out a lot lately, and he only has to get 5. If this was like a 6.5 line, I wouldn't like this much, but I feel like you can get 5 against Toronto lately. Jared Jones is not a trifecta either. Is Jared Jones on our ban list? Let me see. No. There's a lot of J names on our ban list. We have Joe Ryan, Joe Ross. Jared Jones is not on there yet. And he's versing St. Louis. We already know St. Louis sucks. They are the 6th worst strikeout team over the last 3 games. Okay, so we have 3 potentials here. We have Eric, Ronell, and Jared. I don't want to do 2. I don't want to do 3. Let me pull up Jared here real quick. Got 8 in his last game. 6. 10. He's got strikeout stuff. He's got to hit 6 to hit, though. First St. Louis. Let me see. I'm going to pull up something else here real quick. So I'm pulling things up on my phone while I'm looking at the my screen has everything pulled up. Very soon, all the stuff I'm looking at on my phone is going to be on the screen. But until it's built in, I have to pull up 2 different things at the same time. But what I'm doing here is I'm checking, making sure that Pittsburgh is actually favored in this one. They're versing Mike Mikolas, who's got a 5.32 ERA. Jared Jones is 5-6 on the season with a 3.66 ERA. Sub-4 ERAs are always nice. He's averaged 5.4 over his last 10. Which is under his 5.5 line, essentially. While Blanco has averaged 5.4 over his last 10 as well, but his line's only 4.5. This is tough. So Blanco has so every time Blanco's versed Toronto this season, I think he's only versed them once. He has gotten 5Ks. Man, so what's going through my brain right now is do we want to pick a guy that's versing a team that over the course of the season they have not that many strikeouts per game? Do we want to pick a guy with a higher line that's versing a team that does have a lot of strikeouts per game? Let me check what the Guardians' strikeout rate is. Maybe we'll just pass on feed altogether. Are the Guardians... Okay, Guardians are 5th on the season, least strikeout, but in the last 3 games, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th worst. 8th most strikeouts per game in the last 3. Oh, man. Do we just do all 3? Just single bet all 3 of them, and if 2 of them hit, we make profit. I guess we're gonna have to do that. So if you do 3, and if you're on Price Picks as well, or the single or the forced parlay states, if you don't live in a sports betting state, you do a 3-pick flex. So if one of them misses, you still make a profit. So I think that's what we're going here. So let's look at. I typically want to focus on 2, but I'm on the fence about which 2 are the best. I'm leaning towards all 3 of them. So let's just do all 3 then. Let's do Eric, Ronell, and Jared. Eric over 3.5, Ronell over 4.5, and Jared over 5.5. I think that's what we're locking here today, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Make sure that you are applying yourself. Make sure you're doing the bare minimum. And if you have any questions about this $100,000 to $100,000 challenge that all of us are doing in the Discord, part of the community, all you need to do is click this video that popped up on the screen, and it goes through how that works exactly. But you have to be subscribed. You have to be in the Discord if you actually want to take sports betting seriously. There's too much value there for free. So make sure you do those things. Good luck. And we will see you maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow for the 4th of July. I think I'll be able to do something in the morning. But regardless, good luck, guys.